Hello and welcome to episode 29 of Run to Your Challenges. On this daily show, we discuss common leadership challenges and offer encouraging tips to help you and your team run to your challenges. This is your host, Paul Grau Jr. from Current Leadership Coaching, and today's challenge is getting buy-in. Have you ever had a project going on where you just can't seem to get the team to buy into the ideas? Maybe it's a change in policy, or maybe it's an existing policy that nobody wants to follow or nobody seems to follow. Maybe it's a cultural shift or a new product that you are introducing to everybody. The bottom line is, if you can get buy-in from your team, you can boost your morale, engagement, and overall productivity. Believe it or not, this is easier than we make it out to be a lot of times. All too often, getting buy-in is as simple as getting your team members involved in the process that you want them to have the buy-in with. The more involved you can make your team members, the more likely it will be for them to have buy-in on whatever you want them to have buy-in with. So get them involved. Ask their opinions, discuss their ideas, make them a part of the whole project. Again, the more involved that you can get them, the better. This whole idea of getting them involved is a big change management idea. For example, if you want the team to have buy-in in an upcoming change, you basically need to create that felt need for the change by creating a feeling within your team members that they need and want the change to occur. Once that happens, man, you could just about make any change at all, and they'll be all on board. They'll have that buy-in. One of the best ways to do this is to involve your team members in the actual change process. Get them involved in the planning, the executing, and the follow-up. Then they will have that buy-in because they'll see the benefits of the actual change, and they'll almost have ownership of the change because you've involved them from the beginning. This idea is not limited only to change, however. This same concept can be used for anything you want buy-in with. Say if you have a current policy that nobody seems to be following. Start involving your team members by asking them specific questions about the policy. Have team discussions, get their feedback, find out why they don't want to follow it. Get to know their side of the story. You know, an amazing thing happens shortly after you begin listening to your team members. They start taking notice that you're listening, and they start sharing more than ever before, providing your listening is sincere. Now, you definitely don't want to try to fake your listening. Don't fake it. You need to really want to listen. You really need to want to get to know where they're coming from. As mentioned in an earlier episode, be sure to use reflective listening. Repeat back the key points that they are saying and ask clarifying questions if you don't thoroughly understand what they're saying. Show them that you are truly listening. Then follow through with their ideas if you can. Incorporate it to the overall process. If they bring up an idea that is totally lame, and you know what, they will, explain why their idea won't work. Or better yet, ask them clarifying questions about their idea, and more times than not, as they begin to explain their idea in greater detail, they'll actually see that their idea isn't feasible, and they'll rule it out. So get buy-in by getting your team members involved. The more involved they are, the more ownership that you'll create for them. And once they have that ownership, man, that can create passion and drive in your entire team. As always, please share this briefing with friends, coworkers, and every leader you know. As a reminder, if you listen to this as an Alexa flash briefing, you can catch all the previous episodes on iTunes. Thank you, and until next time, run to your challenges.